done a couple of videos on the channel with Casey. He is an amazing producer. I got to sit down with him briefly the other day and talk to him in depth about his process for producing singles for other bands and artists. Check it out.
I try to do this with every artist, especially if they're out of state, because you know it's expensive just to get here and hotel and all that stuff. And anyway, so they came and the song was pretty much done. We came in with the goal of putting a scratch piano or acoustic, whatever you know the artist plays, and then once we get like a good bed down and the arrangements finished and we like everything, we're committed to that, then we'll go through with a scratch. You know, he'll sing or play, and I'll go through and mark, you know, the songs, intro, verse, chorus, bridge. And so then we have the roadmap, and then right after that, it's like, okay, let's go either have a coffee break or something, or get you tea or water, come back in, and let's try to get what will be the final vocal. And so we'll do that, and we'll go through and get like, you know, 3, 4, 5 takes until it just feels like money, you know. And then after that, it's like they can hang around that day if they want, and we'll do little things. Like if they hear something specific, they're like, you know, I'm hearing this high strung on the bridge, and maybe a piano moment could happen at the top of the bridge, or what do you think about doing this? And so, you know.
But what instrumentally has been done at that point? Just the scratch guitar?
Just a scratch, yeah. Scratch vocal, scratch.
So you try to brainstorm what that final thing's gonna kind of sound like on the bridge, it's gonna halftime feel or whatever.
Yeah, which is fun. Like that's kind of the magic, and I think part of the fun as a producer in that role of just like getting the song, really not hearing it before, is your first, you know, instinct is usually the best one. And so you get to hear something fresh with fresh ears. You've never heard it before. They're playing it and you're like, oh, okay, I love that note. And even like, especially with these guys, he's like, if you hear any notes that need to change or the melody could lift or blah, blah, you know, let me know. And so we'll go through, and while we're getting that scratch vocal, you know, I'm like, oh, I love this, but try singing the 1, 2, 3 there. And, you know, anyway, we'll get that all just feeling really good and cohesive. And then, yeah, once he goes through, redoes the vocal, tries to get like the main lead vocal, then, like I said, they'll hang around if they want to play. Like their band will come and they'll chill on the couch. It's really fun, really collaborative, you know. Which it'd be fun to have like a, you know, separate studios and like have a live tracking room and all that stuff. But one cool thing about having just one room is having everybody in the same room, just like, you know, able to voice their opinions or just inspiration.
So you get the main vocal finished.
Yep.
Along with the scratch guitar.
Yeah, you're gonna have to edit this like crazy.
And then after that, that's a lot of times for the artist, that's it. And then you take over and you will track guitars and all the bass and keys, and then you'll get Jacob. Well, Jacob does a lot of your drumming.
So yeah, and obviously with that, you know, I'm not gonna hit the mark every time. It's like I'll just go through and, you know, kind of put myself in their shoes and like what their sound is, whoever I'm working with, and then, you know, put my own touch on it. Like, this is what I hear, and I'll go and track a bunch of stuff. I'll get the, you know, the foundation laid with some fake drums, like some samples and stuff. And I don't go too crazy on the drums, just because I know what I hear, and I'll actually beatbox or sing out the drum parts I'm hearing, because that's what Jacob Arnold loves. Now, not every drummer wants that, but he's like, yeah, if you want to just like do it with your
good idea.
Yeah, just make a sound with your mouth and just what you're hearing. So I'm just like, and toms, you know, and do that whole thing, and I'll send that to Jacob with like just maybe we get rid of the scratch acoustic, and I have like an actual like double nice acoustic, new bass, some sub, so he can feel. So when I send it to drums, then it feels great for him. And then drums come back, and that's such a game changer always.
So a lot of producers will start with drums. Is that the way you like to do it as well? Or you sometimes start
Yeah.
working on the track while he's drumming?
Yeah, same. Yeah, just kind of like working at the same time. Because I know, like, okay, I want this on guitar, and I'm going to want, like, some high-strung, picky things on the verse, and work out my own percussive stuff. And then dive into, like, you know, synth piano world, because I love that. I'm not the best at it. Like, I could hire, you know, David Ramirez or somebody that is just like a wizard, but I don't always have, you know, with the artists, I don't always have that budget or the time to do it, and those guys are really busy too. So and piano being my first instrument, I just, it's fun to kind of dive in and with new stuff. And anyway, I've been using Sky Keys a lot lately. It's been around for years and I'm just late to the game, but I was just adding some of it today just for little candies here and there. And so this track is feeling really, really good. And it's that's mixed too, so we'll send it.
So you'll get the whole thing together, and then you typically will mix it for them and then send it off for approval.
Yeah, if there's not budget to have like a separate mix guy, but sometimes it's nice like to mix it as a producer if you have the time. And I like giving it a shot at least for mix, just to, because I already know the song so well. I'm like, this is what they're going for. This is what I have in my head. And yeah, so I've been mixing these for these guys, and it's turning out really, really great so far. And then they'll get it and send me mixed notes, and then they'll send it to Moses, I think, is who they've been using for master. But
if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. Also, if you'll do me a favor and hit the like button if you liked the video, that'll also help the algorithm. I can't wait to see you on the next one.